What is going on, everybody? Whew, that coffee's hot. I brew with an AeroPress at 195. Should do it at 190, but I've got this electric coffee pot that just automatically goes to 195, so compromises when you're on the road, I guess. Coming at you from Santa Fe, New Mexico. On vacation, loving it, having a great time. So, again, if the video's not perfect, lighting's not perfect, I don't care. I'm having a great time. It's 70 degrees and just perfect at 6,900 foot elevation this morning. It is perfect. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, amazing. All right, we are going to have our Patreon hangout tonight. I will be in Gallup, New Mexico at the time. And we are going to do that. So go to patreon.com/DylanTalksTone and sign up for that if you want to hang out with us tonight. We're going to have a few people from all over the world, actually. So that'll be cool on Zoom. That's what we usually do. So there you go. So today I want to talk about reviews again. Different kind of topic though. One thing I've learned, and of course I've been sharing. I tell you guys this all the time. I just review stuff that I like. Like buying this Harley Benton was a curiosity, right? I'm just curious. I just want to see how it was. I don't typically let people just send me stuff randomly. I like to just review stuff that I like because I'm having fun doing it, But what I've found is that you as a viewer, I'm not saying all of you, but collectively there is a large group, so I'm just going to say you, as a viewer, don't really want a review. What you're actually looking for, if you're honest with yourself, is confirmation of what you already think. People say they want honest reviews. They say they want unbiased opinions. They say they just want the truth about a product. But that's not really what you want. I think most people already have an opinion when they watch a video or watch a review. Most people aren't looking for information. They're looking for confirmation that what they already know or what they already have is the best. They want to know that they've already made the right decision. Most of these Harley Benton guys who are mad at me for saying that this guitar is not awesome already have them, and I am speaking against them. When I say that a Gibson custom shop came to me and there was nothing wrong with it, that's not what they want to believe. They wanted to hear what they think is true. So if you hear exactly what you want to hear, if I were to get that guitar and say, this thing is awesome, man, it's totally rad, it's like the best thing ever since sliced bread, and I'm joining the religion, then you would be like, oh yeah, finally, somebody who's honest about this. Finally, somebody who gets it right. Finally, somebody who isn't bought by the brand, blah, blah, blah. If I say the opposite, oh, this guy's totally biased. He's totally biased. He doesn't like cheap guitars at all. He's totally biased. It's kind of funny, actually. It's hilarious. Actually, I think it's funny. I think those kind of comments are really funny. And that's not to blame any single person or any single group of people. Human nature is that we do a bunch of review surfing. We watch 30, 50, 100 videos. We compare specs, right? We put all this work in. And then we spend whatever the guitar costs, $300, $800, $2,500, doesn't matter. You've invested your money, you've invested your time into it. You're excited about this thing. You're emotionally invested in it. And then somebody comes along and says, nah, I wasn't that impressed. All of a sudden, it doesn't feel like an actual criticism of the guitar. It feels like you have attacked and my decision, because I put all this work in and I feel this way about this guitar, and I've invested all this money and I've invested all this time into how I feel right now, and you've attacked that. You've attacked how I feel, not the guitar itself. Because, if you have a guitar and the frets are bad, or if you have a guitar and the neck is straight or not straight, that's a quantifiable thing, right? But how it affects your feelings is not. And that's an unpredictable thing. I can't predict that. The problem is that people identify with their purchases. This is something I really try not to do. I just want to try everything, right? I want to try every brand of watch that I'm interested in. I want to try every pocket knife that I'm interested in. I want to go all the places. I've never been here. This place is amazing. Today I'm going to go to a place that I've been to a bunch of times, but I have a new perspective on it, and we're looking for different things to see, and so it's going to be like I've never been there before. That's how I want to experience life. But that's not how most people view guitars. You don't just own it. You are it. I'm a Fender guy. I'm a Gibson guy. I only buy this. I only play that. I only buy budget guitars because expensive guitars are a scam, and anything over $1,000 is not worth it. Okay. Those feelings are valid for you. But that doesn't mean that every person who experiences the same exact style or type of instrument, or even the same exact instrument, if you hand me your guitar, I might not have the same experience that you have. I might not like it as much. But because you've made those identity statements, I am this and I care about this more than anything, then it becomes the part of your identity, and it becomes hard to evaluate that product objectively. This has really come up this week with this Harley Benton thing. These guys, man, they do not want to believe that there is anything wrong with this guitar that I have. It's like, it's crazy. This neck is not straight. You must have gotten a bad one. Mine is perfect. Okay, but that's the point. The point is that if you're going 50-50 and putting this money at risk, I don't think it's a good choice. Or you don't know how to set guitars up. Just one turn of the truss rod, and my Facebook is an absolute dumpster fire of this stuff. You would not believe how many professional guitar setup-y guys are in the comments who think they can fix that guitar in 5 minutes. Okay. And the truth is, it's a piece of junk. Like, there's things wrong with it. Well, what do you expect for $300? That's not the point. The point is, I bought a $300 guitar. I wanted it to be good. It's not good. You told me that all of them were going to be good. You told me that this is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and it's not. I'm not attacking you. I'm saying this guitar is not good. That's the thing. And that's what happens. And then if you say something nice about it, you're just saying that because they sponsor you. The funny thing about it is, they're not trying to convince me of anything. I don't need to be convinced. I have the guitar in my hands. You're just making this stuff up. Well, not really. The guitar physically exists, and it's in my hands, and I can feel and see and think, and I have calipers, and I have, you have feeler gauges. I have a Stumac tool, so, there's that. I can sit there and look at this thing and go, yeah, there's things wrong with it. Or any other guitar. I can get it, and it's not just this Harley Benton. It's any guitar we review. It's if I get a bad Epiphone with some problems with it, people say I'm Gibson biased. If I get a Gibson that doesn't have any problems with it, people say I'm Gibson biased. Like, the whole thing, it just goes all over the place. And the thing is they're not trying to convince themselves of anything. Convince me of anything, because I have it in there. I don't need to be convinced. I have it physically in front of me. You're trying to convince yourself that if you can prove me wrong, then your purchase and your feelings about this object are still valid. The thing is that they are valid. I just had a different experience than you. It is possible. Oh, that's a nice Airstream. Airstreams are cool, man. If I was going to pull a trailer, I would get an Airstream, but I don't want to pull a trailer. So that's the thing. Your feelings are still valid. You can like your inexpensive guitar. It doesn't matter how mine came, but I have to tell you the truth. I have to tell you what I got. Whether the Gibson is amazing, the Epiphone is amazing, or if the Harley Benton was amazing, I would have told you that too. But either way, I have to tell you what's in front of me. I can't make something up to confirm how you feel about the guitar. Because this isn't just inexpensive guitars. This is expensive guitars too. PRS owners do it, Squier owners do it, Fender owners do it, Gibson owners do it, custom shop guys do it. The budget crowd wants every guitar to be just as good as something else, and the premium crowd wants every guitar that they own to justify the money they spent on it. Both sides are chasing that same feeling. The thing is you already have that feeling. You already have that guitar. 99% of the time, when somebody's in the comments bagging on a review, it's because they don't need to make the decision. I said that to somebody in a comment the other day. Well, you need to try this Firefly. You need to try Firefly. Because this line of Firefly and that line of Firefly and this model of Firefly, and it's awesome and this and that and this and that, and you need to review all of these things. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you don't want to review. You're already convinced. You're very educated on this thing. Why do I need to review it for you? You're already convinced. What you're trying to do is convince me. And what you're trying to do is convince yourself that you've made the right decision because you want somebody else to tell you that you made the right decision, or you want me to preach on your behalf. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to review stuff that I like. I think it's cool, and I'm going to share it with you. A review is not a universal truth. It is one person's experience, one moment in time. 2 years from now, if I decide to review a Harley Benton guitar again to see how they're doing, their experience might be totally different. And the features that I share with you are things that I care about. You know, I want the fretwork to be good. I don't like fret sprout, and I don't like binding to be cracked, and I want the neck to be straight. And the neck angle's wrong. So, you know, I would like those things to be right. I have things that all I care, I tell you what, with that particular guitar, all I cared about is I would have given this 100% good, and I have not reviewed it yet, but I'll already tell you the review's going to suck. You're not going to like it. But what I'm going to tell you is all I care about with that guitar is that it's shiny and it looks nice, which it does for the most part. Okay. It's got those cracks in the binding. I might even let that slide. And that it be a functional instrument. That's all $300 should get you. Shiny, looks nice, makes you feel good when you pull it out of the case. Okay, does that. Check. Does it function as an electric guitar? No. Fail. That's it. Well, you can make it. Well, okay, but you're preaching to me about beginner guitars players and guitar people that can't afford good guitars. Okay. Well, if that person buys this thing and it doesn't function, they're SOL. Negative review. End of story. No, neither person has to be wrong because you value different things than me. That's just how it works, right? So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how to watch a review. Okay. This is how I do it. I know a lot of other people do it. I've had conversations with people about this, how to do it. Here's how I do it. Even if you, first of all, watch reviews of stuff you don't own. Watching a review of something you already own, looking for confirmation is dumb. It's a waste of time. You already own it. You already own it. Unless you are, what that says to me is that you are not sure about your purchase. That says to me you do not have confidence in your purchase. If you are watching a Harley Benton review and you own one already, you are not confident in your purchase. Why do you need to watch another review? Just to see if somebody says the same thing you say. You're not confident in your purchase. After I buy a watch, I don't watch reviews of the same watch over again. You know what I do? I watch reviews of watches I don't own yet because I'm interested. I watch reviews of cars that I don't own. If there's a long-term review of something, I might watch that. Audi Q7 long-term review, see if they came up with any problems that I should be looking out for. Makes sense, right? Yeah, that kind of stuff's cool. I would also, on purpose, watch for people that disagree with you. Let's say you have a guitar and that brand comes out with another guitar and you go watch that review. Watch before you buy it. Epiphone came out with this new line of guitars, the Futura models. What do you think? Should I buy one? Okay, I don't have it yet. Should I buy it? Look for people with different preferences. Look for people that disagree with you because they're going to notice things you don't notice. You're going to go into something already with a bias towards things that you always notice. I do that, right? You know already by watching my reviews the things that I'm going to look for. So make sure that you watch a variety and you watch people that don't agree before you buy this product so that you can get everything. Watch people with different preferences so that I'll notice a thing. Somebody else that reviews something will notice a thing. Another person will, and maybe across 3 reviews, there's 3 new things that you learned about this guitar. Also look for patterns. If a bunch of reviewers say, man, this thing is terrible in this one respect, it has this issue in one respect. If all the reviewers mention the fretwork, well, that might be something to look for. Opposite of that, pay attention to sponsorships, pay attention to affiliates, pay attention to everybody reviews this thing and it's absolutely awesome. Now, it might be absolutely awesome. And you have to be careful with that. Let's take for example, the positive grid reactor. Okay. That thing is really cool. And everybody was hyping it when it first came out. Well, it's because it's cool. It's really fun, actually. It's a really fun amp. In that case, does this match your use case? It's a really cool amp and it's good and it does what it says on the tin and it sounds great, okay? But it might not fit your use case. That doesn't make it bad. That doesn't mean everyone's hyping it. It means it's a really good product that everybody kind of likes. It's pretty cool. But it might not fit in your arsenal of things that you use every day, so it might not be for you. That doesn't mean that everybody's hyping it and all that kind of stuff, because it's genuinely good, so just when reviews are more useful when you're actually gathering information instead of looking for agreement with what you already think. Look for things across reviews that aren't in common. So if I mention a thing, because I use my stuff way different than most people do, right? Like I don't gig a lot anymore. I use a lot of my stuff for online recording, like that kind of stuff. So that you're going to see that on, I use guitars differently than most people do. So I'm going to notice different stuff than if you go watch, somebody else do a positive grid reactor video. They use theirs differently because they took it to a gig last night and they noticed something different. Okay, that's great because then you can get a well-rounded, information, which is really awesome. So just be careful when you watch them, but still watch them. But watching a review for the purpose of trying to prove the reviewer wrong is stupid. It's a waste of your time. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to make fun of you because it's dumb. It's hilarious, actually. It's hilarious. And if people think, well, you have thin skin, you can't take how I feel about this guitar. No, it's not that. To be honest with you, I don't really care. And when I say I don't really care, what I mean by that, let's explain that. If you disagree with me, you're allowed to. Okay? I do care, but you're allowed to disagree with me. I allow you to do that. And that disagreement that you have with me does not affect me. Unless it's funny. Then we laugh at it. As a family, I share the comments with my daughter and my wife, and we laugh and we think, look at this dude, this is hilarious. And we also share it with other people sometimes. So just know that. So here's my truth bomb. If you only watch reviews and only like reviewers that agree with you, you don't actually like reviews. You like confirmation. Just let that simmer a minute. Let it, Okay. Now that you've recognized that, that should be step 1 for another 12-step video, probably. Because the moment you stop needing your purchases to be confirmed or defended, you start learning a lot more, and you start seeing a lot more cool things, and you start noticing a lot more cool things. And you actually, end up being a cooler person